Hey everyone, DFA here, welcome back to the channel, and yes, we are taking a look at the second CV line here, the tier 8, the Yorktown iconic ship, the Yorktown. I'm super excited about reviewing this one. And so it's the third video I'm doing on the new American CV line. You've probably already seen the review of the Wasp and then the review of these new tactical squadron smoke generators, whatever. So I'm not going to go too much in detail over this. I'm assuming that you've seen it and you will see me use it live for the first time in this game. Let's see what comes out of it. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats of the Yorktown. There's quite a lot of CVs at tier 8. Is this one actually a competitive one? Let's find out. And there we have the Yorktown iconic ship. A lot of hit points, tough not to crack this one. It's actually pretty mobile as well, really good turn time. So yeah, good things so far. Main guns pretty much useless, just like the other American CVs. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see with the dive bombers as well. The Yorktown does not have any. So what does it get? Just like the Wasp, it gets 2 squadrons of torpedo bombers. 4 bombers per squadron, just like the Shokaku. Prep time, same as the Shokaku. A little bit more HP than the Shokaku. But the torpedo damage, it's a tiny bit inferior, but it's still very, very good. You are very capable against enemy destroyers and you can nuke. And finally, the flooding chance is actually a little bit higher. That's the best at the tier. Yeah, not bad. So obviously you don't get DBs, but you get tactical dive bombers, and just like the Wasp, they suck. They're only good for the smoke screens. Dropping 3 bombs, and yeah, the bomb damage isn't that high, the fire chance is very low, so yeah, not really useful. And the tactical torpedo bombers, they're a bit more useful. The torpedo damage is actually pretty good, 19-20, so you can definitely finish DDs that you would have left or missed with your regular torpedo bombers. So all in all, a pretty healthy DPM for the Yorktown, but keep in mind, yeah, the tactical bombers, you can use them 3 times and then they don't come back, so it's a little bit inferior to the others probably, but still not bad. Where it actually sucks, just like the Wasp, the bombers HP pool 44,000, that's really the worst of the tier, so you really have to watch out for those torpedo bombers. And finally the fighters. Yeah, 1 squadron of 5, 18 of them in the hangar, a preparation time which is abysmal. And essentially they do deal quite a lot of damage, so not as much as the Sanzang, but yeah, they're pretty much the second best at the tier, so yeah, pretty good actually. And then the AA, finally, a good American CV with excellent AA. Their CVs are going to leave you alone.
Capture the base.
And so yeah, so far it's been pretty consistent with the Wasp. It's really the same setup, except that yeah, you can see that the smoke generator there, it's only two smokes this time. But for the rest, it's pretty much identical to the Wasp in terms of configuration, no dive bombers, torpedo bombers, etc. And so yeah, they're actually pretty good. So all in all, a fairly good destroyer hunter, the Yorktown on paper, and yeah, here I'm actually not, yeah, the destroyers, they're a little bit in their base. Our destroyer is actually still in base. Yeah, it's quietly protecting me. It's quietly protecting me, that's Sanyang, yeah. Let me put it this way. So yeah, we're going to focus on that Monarch for a lack of a better target at the moment, because the enemy DD is actually behind an island, so it's not super useful to go after it at the moment. It's pretty much useless. And yeah, essentially, so you kind of see the same thing as what you see with the how can you call it, with the Wasp, in that once you decide to use those torpedo or those tactical squadrons, you're pretty much 100% of the time busy looking after them, and so you're not really in a position to be doing anything else. And so practically what that means is that I simply, yeah, I'm not able to watch over my fighters, and yeah, I'm not really able to do anything when I'm directing those bombers, and the enemy Indomitable is actually having a lot of fun with my Magi. So yeah, we've seen that the torpedo bombers, they're actually not fundamentally different from the Shokaku, so let's maybe see them in action against that split. Yeah, let's wait a little because it's still moving forward. Yeah, there you go. It's completely busy, focused on Datamagi, so it's not paying too much attention to me, and this time we do get some really good salvos on him, and we're... Shit, I missed one. I missed one torpedo. That would have been a one-shot, so yeah, I'm close, but not there yet. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that my battleship will be able to take him out now, no problem. So there you go. Now you will see me try to... to use one of these squadrons, because I see my Alsace there. It actually seems to be struggling a bit. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can help him. He has the Cleveland and the battleship in front of him, so let me do that. And I'm still struggling a bit with that mechanic, to be honest, because yeah, it's perfectly aligned, and yep, shit. Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but there's only one smoke screen this time, so maybe that's kind of the setup of the Yorktown. But yeah, that gimmick, it's pretty much useless, and obviously since I'm not able to communicate with that Alsace, he quietly sails away. And I've set it up for absolutely nothing. But there you go, I thought I wanted to show it to you in action, what it would look like in randoms, so you don't press that button. And yeah, I'm kind of taking one for the team here. But there you go, that's why you're watching those reviews, right? Yeah, so we do have a Monarch that's coming for us, and apparently my DD, it's still watching over me, it's watching over the base now, so yeah, I know he's got my back, it's okay. So I'm on my own, and then unfortunately for that Monarch, I'm much faster than he is. I'm also pretty maneuverable, so if I want to run away, I can run away, no problem, but there's no reason to run away. I still have 12 torpedo bombers in my hangar. I've been pretty cautious with them, because again, if you use them privately on destroyers, you're not going to lose too many of them. If you keep sending them against enemy AA concentrations and battleships, you will not have too many left by the end of the battle, unfortunately. So yeah, all in all, when you debrief the Yorktown, so it's not fundamentally different from the Wasp. It kind of shares the same capabilities, except for the smoke screen, which, yeah, but maybe it's just me, or maybe I've been unlucky, but it's really not super useful. It's an amazing DD Hunter. You've seen what we've done to that split a little bit earlier. Now watch what I can do to that Amatsu Kaze, because yeah, those tactical dive, they're super quick, so it's really difficult for the enemy CVs for the enemy DDs to be dodging them, and sure enough, yeah, bye-bye. So yeah, in the meantime, again, while I was watching over my tactical squadrons, that Monarch quietly went around the island, and yeah, surprised me. So yeah, I think that's kind of the trade-off that you have to make with that CV line. Let's talk a bit about, let's bring the ratings and debrief it. And I am going to give it the same score as the Wasp. So yeah, it's a fun ship, the Yorktown. It's actually quite nice to play. Same capabilities as the Wasp, except for the smoke screen generator. Yeah, it's a... Oh, look at that! Senang is actually doing something now. Wow, woken him up. So he was actually watching over the cap. But yeah, the Yorktown, so it's a fun ship to play. It's totally not beginner friendly. You just saw it there. Me focusing so much on those tactical squadrons that I got completely surprised by that battleship. Is it free to play friendly? Absolutely. Don't need any camo, any special commander to do well with that thing. Just need a lot of skill and patience. And so yeah, overall rating 4 stars out of 5. Again, good job Wargaming. So yeah, I think our team is about to cap. We're going to close that battle with 86,000 damage. So yeah, the damage potential is certainly there with the Yorktown. And so if you decide to grind that line, yeah, just don't make it your first CV line. That's probably not going to be your best idea. But if you have a bit of experience with CVs and you enjoyed the Japanese line, then chances are you will certainly enjoy this one. So yeah, I hope that was my review of the Yorktown. I hope you've enjoyed it, learned a couple of interesting things. Stay safe, take care. That was DFA signing out. Bye bye.